And we're on the air. Here it is.
Do you know what that sound means?
Yeah.
It means I'm a dude in my 30s who drinks seltzer instead of beer. Anyway, Mike, I understand you had an adventure to the Meadowlands. Tell me about your adventure in the Meadowlands.
I did. I went to the Jets game for
my
sister-in-law's birthday. And I was telling her that what you said about why would anybody do that, and she was laughing. She's like, "Yeah, I don't know."
On your birthday, your birthday.
Well,
why would you do that to yourself on your birthday? That would be like if me and you were that age in 1991, and we're like, "Let's go to the Yankees game on my birthday." Like, I'm not risking losing fucking my birthday up with that.
Well, she in her defense, she bought the tickets early in the year before the calamity started. So, how would you know? So anyway, it was actually their most competitive game of the year. I'll give them that. And they almost won it.
That's the 4-6 Colts.
Yeah, they almost won it, except the mistake they made is when not the very last possession of the game, when they had the second to last, they had the ball. It was 4th and 2. They lined up. It looks like they were going to go for it. They were in their own territory. Probably like on the 30 or something like that. And somebody called timeout, and then they put the field goal, the kicker came out to kick a field goal. And my brother's sitting next to me, and he's like, "Why would you go for 3? Then you're only up by 5. That doesn't make any more of a difference, because if the Colts score, you lose." So like if they went for it and blew it, they would have been down. They would have been, I think, down by 2 or only up by 2. So like there wasn't a difference. The field goal didn't make much of a difference.
The logic here would be, if you're up by 2 and you give up a field goal, you lose. If you're up by 5, as long as you stop them from getting in the end zone, you still win. So I understand
something like
concept of it. I'm a proponent of going for it and forth most of the time. We haven't talked about this on the show yet, but when we get bored, we're gonna do a whole episode of Mike Leach. I'm a big fan of his. He was known for that crap. I mean, granted, it was college versus NFL, so your odds are a little better, I guess. But yeah, you got to have a pair. You got to go in there and just go for the jugular.
Especially when you're the Jets and you're this bad and you're out of it, and the head coach is gone and they have a new guy. And look, I know he's trying to do the right thing and not look bad, but just go for it, man. 4th and 2. I mean, you got to have faith in Breece Hall.
Yeah. No, I think you're the coaching thing. You made a good point a second ago. The new coach is in there. He's trying to do the right thing. He doesn't really know what's going on, and
to a certain extent, yeah.
So I gotta say, the most vindicated person the last month is definitely Robert Saleh. It is, because everyone thought he was the problem, and things somehow got worse after he left. Not better. It got markedly worse.
But they actually showed flashes yesterday of what we thought they would be capable of. They had a few drives where they looked like, okay, normal football. They did the right thing. And then they gave up too much yardage on defense. Anthony Richardson was just airing the ball downfield, made it look routine, like it was nothing. And then Rodgers comes in, and I don't know what he was. He blew that game for them. I'm not even. People say, "I'm sorry," but no, I'm not sorry. He blew the game for them. He did this thing where he went to throw it, and he's like, "Oh, I can't," so he threw it behind him, and it was almost a fumble. And they were like, "No, it's an incomplete." It was just so bizarre, and he had nothing on that. The first thing I thought of that scared me is when he had the ball at the end of the game. Is when they lost to the Giants in 2007. It was Eli against Aaron Rodgers. There was like, Aaron Rodgers, he'll march down the field. Nope. I'm like, is that what we're going to see? He's kind of known in the playoffs for not showing up, Aaron Rodgers. So I was like, don't happen. And it did. They blew it.
He got his ring, and he was talking about – I heard an interview with somebody saying he's already talking about coming back next year and trying to get more of his coaches to come over. No, it's done.
No, go somewhere else.
Failure. It's done. It's time to hang it up. It's time to hang out with your old buddy Tom up in the booth. It's
go
done.
To Canada. Yeah, go play the Canadian football.
Go hang out. Go take a position in the new administration. Whatever it is you're going to do with your life, do that.
Yeah. He's trying to stay healthy so he can get a cabinet post. The secretary of ayahuasca of caves or something.
Honestly, if we had that would be sick. That would be. I'd vote for that. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go over to. It sucks we don't have one of our Jets fan friends on to react more to this game, because It was a very Jets loss where like it was like looked like for a minute they were going to win, but then whop, it's the Jets.
Yeah,
they pull the Jets right at the end.
My mother texted me and my brother and my sister-in-law. And she's like, "How was the Jet game?" And we're like, "They suck." And she's like, "We've known that for over 30 years, and this is nothing has changed."
Other than that one flash, like 10, 15 years ago, where Mark Sanchez beat the Patriots that one time. All of my Jets fan friends, they're just lovable losers. They just accept before this season even starts. They just accept like, oh yeah, we're gonna suck this year. Except this year. This year they were supposed to be good, and now they suck, and they're right back to just defeatist sucking.
Well, we're looking at. I have some footage. Let's show some footage, and I have a little theory of why. So nothing crazy here. This is just when we got there. You know,
and these are your seats.
Yeah, it's like there's hope. You know,
are you are you top of the first deck, or are you second deck in these seats?
Top of the first deck. So
that's
the second deck is
these
right
aren't terrible seats.
Yeah, right in the corner. Devontae coming out. The Brees Hall comes out, and then they're going to do Rodgers. So if you could see all the steam, he was coming out of the steam room at Equinox. So he comes out, and the crowd was cheering him. I think there was some boos. They were cheering him.
Jets Nation, let's hear it for your Jets.
So there was hope in the air at that point, you know. Before
do you have any halftime or third quarter footage?
This is halftime footage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the West Point Band.
The West Point Band.
Okay, a little.
So you had the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guard, and Space Force was there.
That's right.
So Space Force made an appearance. And then I have a little post-game wrap-up if we can watch this real quickly.
And outside MetLife Stadium, not much life left for Aaron Rodgers. He single-handedly blew the game for the Jets. Embarrassing. Yeah, this is my brother's sister-in-law. This is going on the internet, by the way. And
Giant fan, go Giants.
We're Giant fans, so.
Bye.
But it's my brother. But this is annoying because the Jets just stink. This is so embarrassing. I don't know what else to say. Time for Knicks basketball.
You know, that's pretty.
That is. I like how you did the thing where you didn't have any team colors, so you just did a jacket with a green sweatshirt under it to look like you're there for the team, and then you're not going to get called out. That's pretty cool. I like that.
I have a Jets T-shirt I bought when I was with them at the last game we went to, but it was too cold, and I'm like, well, I'll put a green. I want to see the Jets win, but it was just bad. I saw people there with Giants uniforms. A lot of Colts fans because it wasn't sold out. So the Colts fans were very present. There were some 20-somethings cheering and being obnoxious.
Me a little bit because you don't think of Indianapolis as like a travel city, but I guess it's their only big team, right? So. Yeah, they probably have a pretty good fan base.
Them and the Pacers, it's
oh yeah, they got the Pacers.
And then, but you know what? We had this weekend was all about old people in sports.
That's right.
And
Mike Tyson,
Aaron Rodgers. We'll talk about the Tyson fight, but after the Tyson fight, I watched the latest Beverly Hills Cop movie, Axel F, which I liked, which was good. But the theme of that movie was, Axel, you're getting old and you should retire. And it was just the theme of the weekend. Everybody's old and hanging up. But it was good. I recommend it.
I have no opinion on the fight other than I didn't watch it and don't really care that much. Other than that, I don't know what people were expecting other than what happened. I mean, the dude... It was 30 years younger than him. Like, what? Like, seriously, that would be like Aaron Rodgers trying to start at quarterback 15 years from now.
Yeah.
You cannot do. Look, there's a reason why pro athletes usually retire depending on the sport between 35 and 40 because your body physically can't do it anymore. And it's not that you don't want to. It's not that the fans don't want you to. It's not that you're not a legend. It's just that physically your body can't do it anymore. I mean, I really don't know what people were expecting. That's all I'll say.
The old, let's see, Gordie Howe played in like every generation into his 70s, but like the last time he played like one game or something, and he played a shift. And then Satchel Paige played into his 50s. Julio Franco played to like 49. Ricky Henderson played late. Baseball's a little different.
Tom Brady played till he was like 44 or something. The problem is, though, you're naming guys who are extreme outliers to the norm.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. There's only a few.
The shelf life of an NFL player, I read somewhere, is only like 2 to 2.5 years or something, because your body just gets the shit knocked out of it, then bring up a new 22-year-old to go kill himself on the front line. I mean, look, Tyson's a legend, and from what I understand, I mean, look, you can't really crap on him that much because the dude did it 20 years older than I am right now, and the fact is, he didn't get knocked out. He made it through, and he took some punches, and so like that. Yeah. I think it's a kind of a victory for older dudes in general. The fact that he was even able to show up.
Yeah, I think so too. I thought, at least based on some of the training footage, that he would have been punching harder, but it looks like they just wanted to get their check and go home after that. And
my fans who are boxing fan friends, exactly what you just said. They're like, they set up this fight. They got paychecks. They don't really care that much. Apparently it wasn't that good of a fight, according to my friends who actually know boxing. I don't know boxing, so I don't have an opinion on it. I'm glad nobody paid pay-per-view money for it. That's all I'll say. That's it.
Well, I signed up for Netflix, and then I said, well, since I've signed up for it for the month, I might as well watch Axel F because I wanted to see it. Oh, yeah. I can watch Unfrosted now, and that's
I love how that was what you're looking forward to, Mike.
Yeah,
I love that you're like, I really want to watch the Jerry Seinfeld movie about Pop-Tarts. That's why we're getting Netflix.
Well, I want that, and I know Sarah Cooper in the movie, so I want to see it.
While you're at it, watch Cobra Kai. That's a good show. Anyway, look, speaking of people being forced into retirement, let's talk about the Giants. The day has come, Mike. You were right and I was wrong. This is your time to gloat, because you were saying at the beginning of the year it's Tommy Cutlet time. You've been an advocate of Tommy Cutlet, and I was saying it was kind of dumb, but I will be eating all of my words the way he eats his mom's cutlets. So time for you to gloat, man.
Well, I don't want to say I was right, but I was. So
yeah, 100%.
No, I wouldn't say I was an advocate so much for Tommy Cutlet. What I think is I just wasn't confident that Daniel Jones should be the starter. I never was, because even when he was healthy, he just wasn't throwing touchdowns. And it was like, how do you, in this modern age of football where all you have to do is just throw touchdowns, he doesn't do that. He was like at the bottom of the league. And like, I know he's decent, but like he looked like a backup to me. And so I would never really made it him specifically. Like, I don't know the guy. He's probably a good guy. I just got tired of all the experts. And you're, oh no, he's great. No, not you, not fan. I'm talking about like people on the radio and people on TV. And, and it's the team. And it's like, what do you see with this guy that makes you think he's the guy? He clearly was not the guy.
Other than that one game against Minnesota like 3 years ago, yeah, I understand. And I love how you had to a minute ago. You're like, oh no, not you. I'm like, dude, yeah, no shit, not me. Yeah, most of the time, if I'm watching football, I'm not watching it sober anyway. Like, what makes you think I would try to call myself an expert at especially that?
But I mean, naming people who liked it. I think producer Scott back in the day when we were doing the old show, he liked them, and I was just like, I don't see it with this guy, and like he's now very injured, unfortunately, and they skipped. I don't know why they even bothered signing Drew Luck, because they went right to Tommy DeVito. Obviously, like you said,
it's pretty well. They even said too that they're demoting Jones to 3, so that means that Locke is still the backup if something goes wrong with Cutlets this week, which is very funny to me. Also, I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed in you, Mike, because one of the reasons why they're doing this, because look, they're 2-8, they're terrible. We all know that.
Yeah.
They figured, you know what? We're not going anywhere this season. Let's just do what we did last year. We're gonna put the local kid in. We're gonna let the local Italian drunks show up, wave their flags, get into fights in the stands. And I wanted to see, Mike, you with like an Italia sweatshirt, drinking Chianti on this show with like a Godfather tattoo you just got. Because I know you're one of the people that goes all in on that. Where's your pride, man?
Hold on, wait. I got
takes it as a challenge.
I got this. I got my little my Godfather Funko Pop here. So this is
Okay.
proudly displayed in my
that counts for
apartment.
something.
And
No, I wanted to see
yeah.
you having some pasta cooking in the background. I wanted to see you with those little hard as a rock cookies they have that you could, I'm pretty sure, sand wood with, those Italian dessert cookies, those hard little whatever those are called.
Yeah.
But no,
this
is whatever. Yeah, those pieces of garbage.
Yeah. I like those. Yeah.
The thing is, though, this is fun. What they're doing with it, they're doing exactly what they did. They go, look, we suck. We're going to put a local kid in there. We're going to get a local 22-year-old an NFL paycheck. You guys want to come hang out and get drunk for the last few games? You can. Let's all have fun. And you know what? There was an element of fun that he brought to the field that this team had lacked for quite a while. And I look forward to that coming back. I think it's the end of the season. They're not going anywhere, but it's at least going to be kind of fun. So I'm for it. Let's go.
Well, I just hate to see them ruin their chances of getting a top draft pick again.
I don't think they will.
So
they won't.
I don't really like. I don't think they're going to go on like an 8-game winning streak here, whatever. However's left, many games are left in the year.
7 left.
Look,
they have to go 7-0 to have to go 9-8. That's not happening. First of all, I don't, because here's the thing: people forget, especially you, and I ragged on you for this earlier in the year. Look, DeVito won games against very bad teams. And yes, he can beat very bad teams. So they're not going to put up more than a win or two more. If they get 5 or 6, I'll be shocked. I think it's going to be, you're looking at a 4-win season maybe. I don't have the schedule in front of me. But DeVito can put down a couple of bad teams. But that's about it. That is the ceiling of his ability. Other than that, he sells hot sauce on Instagram. Or not hot sauce, but he sells sauce on Instagram with his mom. And good for them. I hope people buy some and he makes money and all that. But yeah, let's just all relax and have fun.
Yeah, that's all that's left. So it's just fun that we get to do this again. At least I don't know any Italian people who do this. I've seen, maybe like, hey, but not like nobody really. I don't know. It just became a thing.
Wasn't there a guy last year that sacked him and then did that?
Yeah.
That was really funny. I'm sorry. I like it. As Giant fans as we are, that level of trolling and disrespect is funny. It just is. You can't get that mad at someone for doing that,
Well, now that he's playing, it just dawned on me now. I can start doing my stand-up about him again.
That's right. The 2 bits you wrote last year. They're evergreen, baby.
Back.
Let's go.
They're back. Yeah. So.
All right. Let's get to the reactionary part of the show. Let's do it.
All right. So, in honor of the great Mike Tyson, if you want to call him that, I mean, he did some bad stuff, but
he's a legend.
He's a legend.
Chomp, baby.
We got some, like Chain Chomp and Mario. We got some Mike Tyson ads.
All right,
we're gonna go with the Tyson ad themes. Let's go with the first one. This, of course, is for one of the greatest video games ever made, Mike Tyson's Punchout.
Oh, wow.
Power, power, power. Now, you are playing with power.
Punchout by Nintendo. 11 world-class contenders. Take them down with your controller, beat them all, and you've got a shot at Tyson's title.
Power.
But for that, you've got to beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
All right. So I like this because playing with power. Remember, Nintendo Power was the magazine that was out for decades. So there definitely was a Nintendo ad. I also like the the pectoral,
Super Macho Man
that they do. Here's the thing: people still play this game to this day. This is considered like one of the best gameplay type games ever made. So it's cool that we get to watch an old ad for it with the CRT televisions on the wall and him laughing in the chair. This is awesome. I think this is super cool.
I don't remember the game having that cover. They had, I know when they remade it and just called it Punch-Out, because what happened was Tyson lost the title to Buster Douglas, and then they renamed it Punch-Out, and they're like, we can't have this game associated with losers or something stupid like that. They had like generic people on the cover. I just remember, I guess maybe he was on the cover. I don't know. I was only 7 years old when this came out. So this game, they remade it, and like the newer versions were good. You can play this anywhere. This is like a scene from The Dark Knight where Mike Tyson is just looking over the city. all the boxing people.
And also, too, I just want to note, he walks in. Does he walk in wearing boxing gloves?
No.
Or is he? No, he doesn't. I was going to say, it'd be really hard to play a video game with boxing gloves on. That'd be very difficult to do.
Yeah, it's just all. Well, yeah. I mean, it is just thumbs, so but it would be hard. Yeah.
That's right. Original NES was just your two thumbs.
Yeah. He's got a little saunter. Look at his walk. He's got. He's just kind of waddles in.
Computer chair. I love how low budget ads were back in there, because this literally was just. In fact, is that even Mike Tyson? Like, or was it just a guy who kind of looks like him that they got to?
Yeah, it could be. You might be right
because
about that.
He comes in like the shadow in the beginning, right? You don't really see his face, okay? You don't really see his face there. And then the only time you see his face is at the end where he's kind of laughing. Other than that, you don't really see his face. You don't really see. Hold on, this might just be me going crazy over.
No, you might be right.
Theory, but I could be
body
right.
double.
Isn't it possible that they hired a body double to sell?
See that? Obviously, that's him.
Well, no, never mind. That is him. Okay, so they did just
be a body
get him
double.
to.
Yeah.
No. They got him to walk in and not show his face.
Yeah.
Right. So the dream fight. No, this is awesome. I love stuff like this. I love video games. And they got the
robot.
Nintendo, what's it called? The Challenger with the arcade joystick.
Yeah.
That
I
Advantage, I think it was called. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I had the Max controller, which looked more like not the Super Nintendo controls, but had almost as many buttons. And then the robot. Everybody forgets the robot was.
I did forget the robot. What did that do?
It did. There was a game, Gyromite, I think, and then like it did something where it picked up this thing and dropped. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Because the Zapper is there and a bunch of the other games are there, but I have no idea what that thing is.
Yeah. All right, now we got. Let's see. Let's move along here. This is 1987 Kodak commercial featuring Mike Tyson. Let's take a look.
I met Cuss when I was 13 years old.
Knockdown rounds, drag out fights, endless days and sleepless
It's beautiful.
This is suddenly sentimental here. What's going on?
Still shines bright. You were there for me. You were there to keep me strong.
Well, maybe this is when his trainer died. Now I feel bad.
You were there for me, and of all the good times that I boast,
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Triumphs that I toast, the memory I treasure most is you were there for me.
Thanks, Cuss.
Yeah, I guess that's in memory.
That has to be a memoriam type ad. Yeah, that was some sad music. Now I feel bad that we're supposed to be cracking jokes about this, but
it didn't age well.
This right here, this shot, it looked. I thought for a second that like he got arrested and like that was a cop because I didn't know what was going on yet in the ad.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, wait, are they showing like? He got arrested when he was younger, and then they're like saying, "Hey, you need to focus on boxing, or you're gonna end up in jail." And it's a redemption story. He's from a rough neighborhood, or whatever.
From Brooklyn, yeah.
Story.
Yeah, but I guess he had a sponsorship with Kodak, and they said, "Let's milk custom models death for a commercial." I don't know. I don't want to be cynical, but this is like you gotta remember this is an ad.
It's an ad, but you know what? I feel like,
it's touching.
The fact that he was willing to be in it goes to show you, like, you know what? Let's do a tribute ad. That'd be really cool. I can't imagine him doing that sort of against his will. I can't imagine Mike Tyson doing much at all against his will, to be honest with you. So, no, this is cool.
When
this sappy, but I'm for it.
When it first came on, you don't really picture Mike Tyson with such gentle music.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
when I was 13 years old.
Like,
yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. I didn't know where this was. I didn't watch it before, so I didn't know where it was going. But he said, I think after Customato died, that's like his life kind of spiraled out of control because that was like his only father figure, and then eventually he straightened it out. I guess. I mean, I don't think he's eaten anybody's children, so we dodged that bullet from Mike Tyson.
I forgot about that quote.
I will eat your. Fighting is a whole different thing. It's nobody's normal. Plus, they get punched in the head.
You get punched in the head all day. You're not going to be normal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was something. Now let's go to this one. This is for Diet Pepsi the following year, 1988.
It's another Mike Tyson ad?
Yeah, all Mike Tyson.
We're doing all Mike Tyson. Okay.
Man of iron drink?
Anything he wants.
But undisputed heavyweight champion Mike Tyson chooses Diet Pepsi.
Hey, Diet Pepsi's a champion too.
Recently, Diet Pepsi challenged and decisively beat the taste of Diet Coke.
Step into the ring, taste for yourself.
Hey, champ, let's get the lead out.
Yes, dear.
Diet Pepsi, the undisputed champion.
There's a lot going on in this. First of all, shout out to whatever channel this is, Dave's Beta Max, for getting this and uploading this. Good for you, Mr. Dave. He's had everything about this screams 80s, like the decor, the music with the the xylophone or synth or whatever that is. Mike Tyson, you got the stereo that takes up like an entire bookcase because that's what they look like back then.
It's like American Psycho style.
Yeah, exactly. You got the whole stack of probably CDs or VHSs there behind him, and also. This is a precursor to what happened the other night, because the other night we saw his entire ass, but
that's right.
Today we just saw him in a towel in this ad. He was previewing it then, and then he gave us the goods just now in 2024.
He's at the steam room at Equinox right there. That's where he's coming out. And that's his wife. That's his wife, by the way, at the time, Robin Givens. Yeah, the actress Robin Givens.
Okay.
And, he apparently was a bit of a domestic abuser, according to her, in those days. Oh, he was not a good guy. So
I mean, so the other thing too is that she's wearing like what looks like a gala dress or like a prom dress. What is this here? She's fully dressed up, ready to go, and he's just getting out of the shower. I guess that's the joke of the ad, right? Oh, get the lead out. He's got to get ready. They're getting ready to go somewhere. Is that right?
Yeah, the court, I guess. I don't know. Yes,
you just said he was a domestic abuser, so I guess maybe as soon as the camera turned off, he's like, "You don't tell me I'll be lit as I want, woman," and then fucking, goes all in.
Yeah,
it could have happened.
She, Robin Gibbons, she was a knockout, and he knocked people out. And
hey,
let's get together. That's
come on now.
That's the match. A lot of squares in the 80s. You ever notice that? Square tiling, squares was like the thing of the 80s. Hip to be square, I guess.
All the cars back then were boxy.
Square. Everything was pointy, boxy.
Everything was, my first car I drove when I was a kid was my parents' used 87 Jeep Cherokee. That was a very boxy car.
Well, they just
a lot of things were boxy back then.
Somebody just put out an electric car, and it looks like a car from the 80s. It has a 1983, 84 car shape to it. Yeah.
It's 100% native NutraSweet. I gotta say also as a side note, I'm not a cola drinker. I barely ever drink soda. And this is an unpopular opinion. I get judged for this whenever I say this. Right. But if I had to choose one, I would go Pepsi over Coke. I think it's Pepsi. Better. I would.
I tried to do the Pepsi challenge, and Coke won for me.
Okay.
But I will say I think cherry Pepsi is tastier than cherry Coke. If that makes sense.
Oh, the wild cherry Pepsi. I haven't seen one of those in 20 years. That's good.
They're around. But I can't.
Remember Coke once in a while also they'll come out with the vanilla Coke. That is some good stuff. That is some Coke. tasty soda. Yeah. That I'll break my my soda sobriety for. A little
I gotta take that with like Malox, but yeah. That's
I probably do too at this point.
And then they had Crystal Clear Pepsi, which when I was telling you, I met the guy who made Doritos. He made Crystal Clear Pepsi as well. This guy's a genius. So, Crystal Clear Pepsi. It didn't taste like Sprite. It just tasted like Crystal Clear Pepsi. Yeah.
The things we teach here in the Nosebleeders show.
Right.
What do we got here? Are we closing out, or do we have how many more we got?
We got one more, so we're closing out. So this is actually a fight promo for when he fought Michael Spinks. And if you remember Michael Spinks fight, that lasted about 6 seconds.
I don't remember. How old was that when this happened? Like 6? What year?
It was 1988.
Oh, yeah. I would have been like 1 or 2. So
1 or 2. Yeah. So let's take a look at
this. Way
this.
Before my time.
I didn't watch this one yet. I just saw it was on YouTube. Let's watch this fight promo.
Mike Tyson. Michael Spinks. This Monday night at 9 p.m. The undefeated Mike Tyson, the undefeated Michael Spinks, the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. There will be no HBO, no cable coverage. See it only on the giant screen closed-circuit telecast at a location near you. Tickets are still available at all box offices, Hudson's, and Ticketmaster outlets. Tyson versus Spinks, once and for all.
All right.
I watched this on HBO. What are you talking about? There was no screen. You could tell Michael Spinks was scared to death. Look, watch his throat right here.
Yeah.
It's a little.
It's rare to see a guy who's 4 inches taller than another guy who knows how to fight scared. But yeah, no, this is this is fun. I don't remember this, but also too, is this for like a local, like where was this only aired at a local part of the country where you had to go to like a Masonic temple or something to go watch this?
You join a cult. No, it says Detroit commercial. It must have been a Detroit area commercial.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense then. So yeah, if you're in Detroit and you don't have HBO, you have to go somewhere and buy a ticket to watch this on somebody else's big screen TV. That makes sense. The Rooster Tail Premier Center, the Americana Theater, the Yak Arena. There's a place called the Yak Arena.
Yak Arena. That's you drink too much and you just.
I've never been to Michigan, but that just now the place sounds.
I want to
awesome.
go.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, Michael Spinks was older at this point, but he got annihilated in this fight, from what I remember.
Play it again with the audio. I want to hear this guy's voice again. This guy's voice sounds like it sounds like the voice I would use if I was making a parody ad. Like seriously, play like the.
Let's play it. Yeah.
Mike Tyson. Michael Spinks. This Monday night at 9 p.m. The undefeated Mike Tyson, the undefeated Michael Spinks, the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. There will be no HBO, no cable coverage. See it only on the giant screen closed-circuit telecast at a location near you. Tickets are still available at all box offices, Hudson's, and Ticketmaster outlets. Tyson versus Spinks, once and for all.
Once and for all.
The audio sounds like almost like a South Park when they're doing like a fake ad within the show because it's so over enunciated.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. I love the 80s font for everything. It was just, what would you call that? Like just Arial font or whatever. It's just these are letters.
And back then, getting that many words on a screen took some editor probably like 2 hours or something because it's just everything back then. The computers didn't have the processing power that they have now. I'll say that much. Monroe Windsor Arena. Go to the left quarter.
Okay, Rooster Tail. Well, who knows what Rooster Tail might be, but that's something. That's closed circuit telecast.
Rooster Tail, that better be the local titty bar. If that's not the local titty bar, I'm going to be extraordinarily upset with the entire Detroit metro area and state of Michigan.
It's a very proper, sophisticated men's club where they sit and they read books like gentlemen at the Rooster Tail.
No, it's the opposite. It's the redneck strip club where there's hay on the floor. Okay, there's hay on the floor. It's the women strip to country music. They
mud wrestle.
Only serve
mud
fried
wrestling.
chicken and there's mud wrestling. They only serve fried chicken and PBR, and you have to bring your own container to get the PBR. It's super redneck.
You gotta check your shotgun at the door. Whatever.
Rooster Tail.
They just for fun, somebody should make up for the next big boxing match. They should just make it look like that. Like now there's a charm to it. Back then it was high tech, and then it looked corny, and now it's like vintage, which is so bizarre.
The fact that things from like. It's one of those things, man, where we're old. I don't have any jokes for that. We're just old.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't realize stuff was 20 years ago, and you're like, oh, that was 20 years ago. And you're like, oh, no. It happens. It happens to everybody.
Don't feel like it.
Yeah. No, it doesn't feel like it. But,
no, not at all. Not at all.
We're going to end on that depressing note. Have a magical week, everybody.
Well, no, I bought this hat. I wanted to mention. This is my Babe Ruth looking hat. Yeah, speaking of old stuff. Yeah. It's wool. The front is wool. It looks like it reminds me when what's his name bought the Babe Ruth hat and wore it in a game.
David Wells.
Yankee. David Wells. Yeah. So I bought this and I'm very happy with it. So old is new again. So That was the theme of today's show. Old is new again. You're never
That's
too
like
old to
trying to tell my girlfriend about my balls. Anyway,
there we go. We'll see you.
See you
We'll see you
later.
next week.
See you next week, kids. All right.